Would it sound preposterous to you if I told you you could believe something before you could actually even see it? In this video, I'm going to show you how to believe what you want is coming before your physical world gives you any evidence of the reality. This is the most powerful way to manifest anything that you want in the world. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com, and let's dive right into this video. Number one, to believe something before you see it, you have to understand that your senses are secondary. They're actually secondary. They're not the absolute truth. You don't even see all the visible light. There's a very small visible light spectrum that you can see and perceive with your limited physical senses. Very small. This world, the walls, your computer, the projection on the screen right now, it's all different variations of light photons. It's all different variations of light, different energy frequencies of light. In fact, there's only one color in the universe. Like in the universe, there's not blue and red and everything like that. They're just different variations, different spectrums of light that appear and manifest themselves as different colors to our eyes. Our eyes perceive them in a unique way. But what our eyes see is not absolute truth. What you're seeing, your bank account, your love life, your desired love life, your desired income, your success, your career, your health, that's not the absolute truth that what you see. And you have to understand that because there's so much reality happening beyond what you can perceive. Have you ever before wished something was happening, wanted something to happen, and you didn't believe that it was possible because your eyes told you that it wasn't happening? You looked around with your eyes and you were like, nah, this isn't gonna happen, this isn't possible, I don't know how. And then something crazy happened, a miracle happened, a synchronicity happened, and what you want showed up, the person, the thing, the money, the opportunity, whatever it was, it just showed up. But your eyes told you it wasn't possible. So you don't even see the full truth. Just like when you blow a dog whistle and you can't hear it, but your dog can hear it, your physical senses only are made to see a small amount of creation. What if I were to tell you that everything you want already exists? Everything you want already exists. The money, the love, the happiness, the connection, anything that you want already exists. You just need to learn how to believe it even though you can't see it. And the first step is to recognize that whatever your eyes are telling you is not the absolute truth. It's not the real truth. And when you grasp that and when you understand that, then you know that just because your bank account, just because your love life, just because this certain thing you see with your eyes indicates that what you're wanting isn't happening, it doesn't mean it's real. If anything, it means that it's actually on the way. You don't see the full spectrum of creation with your light, with the eyes. Recognize that and know that there's parts moving that you can't see. Number two, understand the quantum universe. Huh? So we used to think that we lived in a physical world and that energy and matter weren't connected in any way. We chalked up energy to this like phenomena that was like some type of an effect of matter. Matter is the particles of our physical world, And what we found over time is that our world isn't even physical, which is crazy. We thought that our walls, our computers, our bodies, everything was made up of particles. All the building blocks of this physical universe, atoms and all these things like that. But once we actually started looking with powerful enough microscopes and studies, what we found was that atoms in and of themselves are 99.99999% empty space. The atoms that make up your wall and your bank account and the money and the opportunities in your house and your car, it's 99.99999% empty space. It's not even solid anyways. That's crazy. And then what we found was there was this thing called the wave-particle duality. And when they would look under powerful enough microscopes, and this was prompted because we had all these crazy scientific experiments where we take particle accelerators, we would take the smallest particles when we break down matter and atoms, we would take these little things and then we would use particle accelerators and then we'd speed up the particles to move basically at the speed of light, and then we'd smash these two little particles into each other to try to smash them apart into tons of pieces to try to find the building blocks of creation. What's the smallest particle in the world? But every time we would do it, we'd get smaller and smaller particles. So then it makes you say, well, what the heck? So then they started researching more and more and more, and they found that when you would look under a powerful enough microscope and you were able to really examine subatomic particles, really small particles, what they found was that actually a particle could be both a wave, which is actually non-physical, and a particle. Particle meaning that it was physical in nature, it was a physical, and wave meaning that it was an energy, it wasn't a solid particle in this physical world. And then what they found was that the fact that you were observing it could make it into a physical object or a non-physical object. And it's like, wait, what does that even mean? What that means is that what science was finding is that on a quantum level, on a subatomic level, on a small level, the basic building blocks and particles of our world were actually affected by consciousness. Huh? So what that means is the very fact that you observe something makes it real. So when I say that everything that you want already exists, whatever you want, the money, the love, the whatever you want, it already exists. It's just that our consciousness is what gives it life. Just like when they would look under very powerful microscopes and do these amazing studies, what they would find was that a particle might not exist, and then they would focus upon it, and then it would manifest itself from a wave, which is a non-physical state, into a physical state. The act of observing it, it's called the observer effect in science. The act of observing it would make it real. Now, everything is really two things. It's the presence of it or the absence of it. And so what would happen in your life, in my life, is that we would get tricked by our physical senses. For instance, let's say you wanted to make more money or attract your soulmate or get a new job or whatever it was. So everything is really two things. We would look with our eyes and we would say, well, the money's not coming. Look, you're looking at our watch like, wow, it's been 3 months and my manifestation isn't working yet. There's no evidence of it. Oh, my soulmate hasn't shown up. Like, people will do that. Like, I've got a free success hypnosis. It's changed my life. And over 100,000 people from all over the world. I always get these crazy stories. You can download it down below, jakeshypnosis.com. It's designed to reprogram your subconscious mind for you so that you can easily attract what you want into your life. It's free, jakeshypnosis.com. And sometimes I'll get people that will say, it's not working. Well, if you understand everything and you think about everything that I've said so far on this video, then you'll understand is the fact that you're observing the reality of it not working is what's creating and manifesting the reality of it not working. Huh? Well, it's really simple because everything is really two things, and science has proven that something can be a particle and a wave depending on how you're observing it. It can exist in the physical world or it can exist in the quantum field, the field of energy, and not be manifested as a particle, as a physical object perceived by our senses, depending on your observation and your attention to it. Well, similarly so, what happens is we look around with our eyes and we say, well, the money's not coming. Well, the soulmate isn't coming. And then we use our past. We go through our past and the way the brain cells have been programmed and conditioned to decide what is available to us. And we say, yeah, but I mean, I guess, it makes sense that the money hasn't shown up and this whole thing is stupid and the law of attraction doesn't work because, I've been in debt. I've been making this amount of money and nothing's happened yet. Or we go through our mind and then we say, well, I guess I'm just stuck how I've been for the last 10 years. I've never attracted my soulmate. I've never met awesome people. I've never had... And what happens is everything is really two things. It's two things in science. It can be a wave and a particle. It can be real and not real, quote unquote. It can be energy that isn't manifested, or it can be manifested. Or if you look at it from this type of manifestation perspective, it already exists. The money you want already exists. The soulmate you want already exists. But you have to be focused on the presence of it, on feeling it and seeing it and believing it before it happens. Because guess what? Everything in this world that's real was once imagined. Your computer, your house, your car, your job, wherever you live, it was imagined in somebody's mind. It was a wave. It was a non-physical reality that somebody conjured up using consciousness. They thought it up, they imagined it up, they articulated it into plans, and then they brought it into life. It went from non-physical to physical. And that's why it says in the Bible that that which is seen does not come from that which appears. What you see actually comes from what you can't see. And so focus on what you want, even if you can't see it, because your eyes are just telling you a hologram of the past. So number 3, everything that is real was once imagined. So if everything is really two things, then you can believe in something before you see the evidence of it. Just rationally, just logically. We're not talking about mysticism and airy-fairy. It's just the reality of it. If a subatomic particle or a particle could be a particle, a physical manifestation, or a wave, a non-physical, an energy, a hazy state, then also the money that you want could be just seconds away from you. It's just that you're focused on the absence of it. So you're taking the quantum field of reality and you're collapsing it into a particle that says, I don't have much money. Whereas you could easily be in alignment, in consciousness, in the presence of wealth, and collapse that reality, and the particles of wealth could manifest in your life. Does that make sense? That everything is really two things. Science has proven it, so why wouldn't it make sense to money, to love, to happiness, to adventure, to whatever it is that you want in life? So it starts in here. It starts with you only giving attention to what it is that you want. It starts with you contemplating yourself surrounded by the things that you intend to create. Contemplate yourself surrounded by the things that you intend to create. So imagine yourself high-fiving your mom, your brother, your sister, your lover. Oh my God, you got that amazing opportunity. See it right now. Conjure up the picture of it. See it in your mind. See yourself high-fiving your best friend and he's picking you up and throwing you in the air because you got that amazing job opportunity. See yourself gazing into the eyes of your soulmate. And you say, well, I can't do that. I haven't met them yet. You have to use your imagination. You have to understand that every time you say the negative, you're affirming it and you are creating a particle. You're creating a reality. It's called the observer effect. You can believe in something without it existing because rationally and logically it already does exist. It's just in an energy that you can't see because your eyes don't tell you the reality of things. You might say, well, it hasn't worked in 6 months. That's because you're continuously affirming it and you're using your physical senses to decide and define your world as it is. Your world as it is a minute, it's a microcosm of the actual reality of the infinite possibilities of life. Get in harmony with love. Get in harmony with truth. Get in harmony with what you want. Think only of what you want. Close your eyes, open your eyes, whatever you got to do, and focus on it. See yourself driving away in your new car and your friend's like, man, I love your car, and you see yourself with a huge smile on your face giving them a high five and letting them test the car. See yourself in that future. Now you're imagining the things that as the end result. I talked about the celebration, the congratulations. Why? Because your subconscious mind accepts what is felt. So the goal is to feel it before it happens. So you want to conjure up the result of something manifesting so that your subconscious accesses the feeling of it. You can feel what it feels like if you got that new car and your friends congratulating, or you manifested that new job, or you got your dream house and you and your soulmate and your kids are running through the house and you're showing them it's a surprise. You can feel what it feels like to look your soulmate in your eyes that you've never met before. If you really close your eyes and imagine it, feel yourself getting chills on your body right now. Can you feel yourself getting chills on your body right now because you're perceiving a reality that hasn't happened yet, and you know that you're going to create it and it's going to happen? It's basically like you have like telepathy. You're seeing something, you have foresight, you have the ability to see something before it happens. And that's the power that you have as a spiritual being in a physical body. You're not of this world. You're not of this world. You're not trapped and controlled and contained by this world. You're not of this world. You are a spiritual being in a physical body. You're pure spirit, you're pure consciousness with the ability to mold, shape, and change the world however you want. Imagine all the amazing things. And when you focus and stay focused on the presence of those things as opposed to the absence of them, you collapse the probabilities, the infinite possibilities of life, and you can shape and change and mold the world the way that you want. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. Download my free success hypnosis right now, jakeshypnosis.com. Use that to start getting focused only on the presence of success, on the presence of abundance in your life. You brainwash yourself. It's a habit. You have to make it a habit. And our world has made it a habit for us to do the opposite, to get all caught up in the physical world and believe that, this is just our lot in life and da-da-da. Download it, jakeshypnosis.com, and make sure that you check out the Second Mind. The Second Mind is our neuroprogrammer software. It's free. You can demo it for free. Down below, thesecondmind.com. What it is designed to rewire the brain, because the brain gets wired to a certain reality into the actual neural circuitry of the brain, and you can rewire it. So it's thesecondmind.com, and when you rewire it, it makes it very easy to start living in the realities that you intend to create before they've happened. So it's thesecondmind.com down below. Demo that for free right now. Have a beautiful day. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification right over there. Hit the bell notification. That's what alerts you for new videos. Subscribe. Like this video. Hashtag down below. See it before it happens. Hashtag down below. See it before it happens. See it before it happens, because you understand that you can create whatever it is that you truly desire in life.